By the late 1980s, it was evident that Nintendo had control of the gaming market, and Sega wanted this to change. They already had some success with their arcade games in the Master System, but they wanted more. They realized that they needed a mascot. While they had attempted a mascot before with Alex Kidd, albeit with little success, they didn't have something that could appeal to a wide audience and truly compete with Mario, so Sega hosted a design contest to create their new mascot. Many designs were submitted, with the initial favorite being a rabbit designed by Naoto Oshima that picked up and threw objects at enemies with his ears. Programmer Yuji Naka approached Oshima to work on the project with him. Yuji Naka had the idea to have a platformer based on speed and completing the levels faster and faster the more you played them, but quickly realized that this could not work with the rabbit character's grabbing mechanic. Sega wanted the controls to be simple, using a single button rather than Mario's 2 buttons, and with this, director and game planner Hirokazu Yasuhara realized that he'd need to combine the jump and attack into one button, eventually deciding that the character itself should be the projectile and should be able to attack enemies from all sides. With this, they went through some of Oshima's other designs that included a fat mustached man, an armadillo, and a hedgehog. The mustached man didn't fit the bill, and they figured that the spikes of a hedgehog gave off a better sense of speed over the armadillo's more armored appearance. The new mascot, dubbed Mr. Hedgehog, was meant to be a blend of everything that Sega represented, as well as American culture, with Sega figuring that if it succeeded in the West, it would succeed in Japan. They decided to take some cues from classic animation, with the expressive eyes and simple lines. The shoe design was modeled after Michael Jackson, with the colors being taken from Santa Claus, and the hedgehog, now called Mr. Needle Mouse, had an attitude drawn from the get-it-done attitude of then-Governor Bill Clinton. The hedgehog was renamed to Sonic and pitched to Sega, to which they got the green light. Sonic's world was developed alongside the game and engine. At first, Sonic had a human girlfriend named Madonna and was in a rock band, fighting an egg-shaped man in a bumblebee costume. Many of these elements were later changed as the development was focused on developing South Island, the game's setting. Oshima, himself a fan of American comic books, knew the importance of a good villain. Knowing this, he went back to the cut design of the fat mustached man and simplified it, making him don a simple red, black, and yellow getup. The game was shown off at the Tokyo Toy Show in June of 1990, where the musician behind the game's music, Masato Nakamura of Dreams Come True, was revealed. Sega sponsored their 1990 tour, and in return, Dreams Come True plastered Sonic everywhere on their tour. The game had an unheard of development cycle, with it being developed in nearly a year. A major focus of development was the engine, with constant changes being made to Sonic's speed and physics. Careful consideration was put into the design of each zone, with Green Hill being notable as it was redesigned many times throughout the development to be perfect, as it was to be the player's first impression of Sonic. The game released in the West in June of 1991, followed by Japan in the following month. Now that we have the development history out of the way, let's get into the cut content. Sonic 1 has a multitude of cut content, including several cut sprites and sounds. These first two appear to be sprites that would be used when Sonic was underwater, with an edited version of this one appearing as Ray's Looking Up sprite in Sonic Mania Plus, in this one probably being used when he was close to drowning. These sprites are very Spin Dash-like, and look similar to Mighty's Hammer Drop in Sonic Mania Plus. There is also these victory sprites that were seen in earlier builds of the game that also appeared in a modified form in Sonic Mania. Moving on, there's several unused monitors, including a Robotnik one with an S on it, a static monitor, and a monitor with goggles. The Robotnik monitor and goggle monitors are notable as they appeared later on, with the Robotnik one appearing in several following games and doing damage to the player when broken, and the goggles being worn by Sonic in Tails, Mighty's, and Ray's plane segments in Sonic Mania. There is also an unused Press Start Button sprite that is supposed to appear on the title screen, but doesn't due to a programming error. Interestingly enough, there's an unused Rabbit Badnik called Splats that has several pieces of merchandising made after it, including its own promotional trading card and its own figure in the Tomy Sonic and Knuckles figure line, with even appearing in both the Archie and Fleetway Sonic comics. Splats also went on to appear in Sonic Mania, like many other cut elements from Sonic 1. Outside of sprites, there's also 4 unused sounds, with this one being intended to play when a Buzz Bomber's missile exploded, and with the other 3 sounding similar to the final Spike sound effect. And that just about does it for cut content in Sonic 1. If you liked what you saw here, please consider dropping a like and subscribing, or donating to our Patreon to support the creation of more content like this.